it was me you were looking for. I'm here. Happy New Year to each and every one of you, and welcome to Vessel of Hope. It is Tuesday. So we're here to give you your Tuesday goodness, your Tuesday greatness, your Tuesday time to step away from the work week and what's going on in the world, which is a lot, for us to have a conversation. Thank you for joining us today. We are so glad to be here. We're so glad to have you here. And we're back. I know we took a 2 week off because we had Christmas, then we had the New Year's. It was a lot. We were flying from one to the next, right? And I know you missed me because I missed you. And I'm so glad that we are back here together. We're together again. What's the right word? Praising the Lord. Well, we're together again having our conversation, right? And I'm so glad that you are here with us for us to have a conversation. So, hey, you know what I need for you to do for me? For those of you there that are on Facebook, I need you to show me some love. Share it on your wall. Let someone pass by and see and say, I wonder what she's talking about. She's still talking. It's a new year. She's still talking. Let me listen to what she got to say this year, right? So go ahead, share it on your wall and follow Vessel of Hope, the page there, so people can see. And for those of you that are on YouTube, go ahead and click the like button. You can also share it on your YouTube page as well, and click the notification bar so those that will come on, they will see and say, hey, what's happening. But I think, thank you, prophetess guys, she welcomed me back. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you. Glad to be back. We are here. It's a new day. We are in 2026, y'all. We made it. I was at the drive-through, I think last week Friday, and I said to a lady, and I was like, Happy New Year. She was like, Happy New Year. She's like, wow, it's a new year. I said, yeah, we made it. She said, we made it. I said, a lot of people sure didn't, but we did. She said, we did. Wow, can you believe it? We made it. I'm like, we did. So we just kept talking about we made it, you made it, we made it. So we were just happy to have made it, and you made it. So we're glad you're here today as we join again to our new season of Vessel of Hope. So today I want us to have a conversation on, we're going to be talking about new chapter, right? New chapter. I found it to be fitting since we're in a new year of 2026, Mother Dennis. So we're going to be talking about new chapter, right? We're in a new year, so that usually brings new things, right? New things. You want to have a new thing. You want to have a fresh start. That's really what it is, right? We just want to have a fresh start. We just like, it's a new year. Can I just say this before we go on? I had this thing about New Year's, right? I had this thing. I'll probably still have it. I'm not quite sure, but I just don't think about it much. But I had this thing about New Year when I would go into the New Year, and I'm like, but it's just another day. Like, to me, that's how I used to think of it. It's just another day. It's just another day. We're just glad to be in another day, because I used to go through that thing of one, that song, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. Let me sing it like country. It's all I'm asking of you, right? So you go through that thing as, it's just another day. It's just another year. But it took a while for me to really get the process of a new year. We're having a new chapter, new things are happening. The seasons are different, things are changing. It took a while for my thinking to shift to, okay, this is a new month, a new year, a new day. We're going through new things, right? So that's just a side note. I want to throw that in there. But we're in a new chapter. So we're in new year. We're talking about new chapters, right? So I want to give you a few things that you should try to get and understand as you're dealing with your new chapter, right, Mother P? As you're going through your new chapter, right? Some things that you may need to know in this new chapter of this 2025, of this January, right? One thing we should try to grasp. The first thing is to understand the preface, right? Understand the preface, or should I say, understand your preface. Understand your preface. I don't know about you, but when I'm reading a book, if I'm starting out a new book, I'm going to make reference to new book as we're dealing with new chapters here. As as we're going into a new book, as I'm reading a new book, I love the preface, right? The preface to me is the most important part of the book. That's just, to me, one of the most important part of the book is the preface. Why? Because the preface of the book, it introduces the book, right? Your new chapter, your preface and your new chapter introduces you, right? They like to say, let me reintroduce myself, right? Let me introduce myself. My name is Pastor Marcelle V. Sampson, and this is Vessel of Hope. This is my preface. It's a reintroduction. So now we're in January, right? 2026. This is your preface. This is your reintroduction. This is where tell us how your story will go, what the book will look like, what will go on through your life. So this is your preface, right? So we got to understand the preface in our new chapter. January 1st, introduce your new year, your new chapter. You are supposed to soak in January 1st, right? Soon as in New York, when the ball dropped, as soon as it hit 12 o'clock, you soak in. Wow, I'm in a new year. I'm in a new month. I got to soak this in. This is my new chapter. This is my preface, right? And I think sometimes again, like I said before, to me it used to be another day, right? So I had to stop and process that and think of, why is it just another day when it should be something new? It's a new chapter. It's a new beginning for us. In January, the new year, it's a new beginning. It's a new time to start afresh, to do things differently, right? So you were supposed to soak in January 1st. Did you soak in January 1st, Proudest Guy? Did you soak in January 1st? Did you? I know a lot of churches, when we're going in, when it's 11:50 something, we pray into the new year. That's a great way to start the new year. Pray into the new year. So you go into 12 o'clock and you're praying into the new year. Or as we did it as well at Healing Sanctuary, we made a declaration into the new year as we prayed into the new year. So we go into the new year with something great. We soak it in. We soak it in because this is what I want to happen. This is my preface, right? This is my introduction for something new. This is my introduction, my preface for the new chapter, for what's going to happen, for things that's going to evolve. So you soak into unit. If you missed soaking in on January 1st, take the whole month of January, right? Take the whole month of January as your preface and just soak it in. Soak it in. Soak it in. Go ahead, give you 2 seconds. I give you 2 seconds. I soaked in Jan. Good, promise. Proudest guy, good. Soak in January 1st. Soak it in, right? Soak in the month. It's your preface. January will tell you what your year will be like. So this is why you should start it good. You should soak it in good. You should declare it good. As we did a Healing Sanctuary, we made declarations into January 1st. We prayed into our January 1st. We declare things into our January 1st. Why? Because we're soaking it in, because we're prefacing it. We're declaring, hey, this is my new year, this is my new month, and I'm ready for the new chapter. Right? So we soaked in, we prefaced it in our new year. So this preface will allow you to accept or reject things. That's what this is. That's what your January 26th, your January 2026 will allow you to do. It will allow you, right? It will allow you to accept or reject things. Why will it allow you to reject or to accept or reject things, right? Because the things you didn't like in 2025, don't allow it in your new chapter. Just don't. I remember, I think it was in 2024, when we were going into 2025. I would turn to a pastor and I'd be like, not this year. Everything I'd be like, not this year, not this year, not in 2025, leave that in 2024. Right? So here we are, right? Make changes for the new year. That's right. So here we are now in our 2026. In our 2026. The things that you did that you didn't like in 2025, you should not allow it here in your preface. You should not allow it here in your new chapter. Those people that come to you with the negative things. Nah, not in 2026. Nope, this is my new preface. I'm leaving that in 2025. Those naysayers. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no naysayers. I'm leaving it in 2025 because what? Your new chapter, your preface here is allowing you to accept things and also reject things, right? Right? The things that made you in 2025, refer to them in your preface. The things that made you in 2025, now we in 2026, refer to them in your preface. Y'all, I remember when I was dealing with that person, they used to say things that got under my skin. So in 2026 now, my preface here, I'm not going to deal with them no more. Or I'm gonna find ways for when I have to deal with them of how to act towards them. Like I like to say, you got to act accordingly. How to act accordingly towards them, because I'm in 2025, they did this. So now my preface in 2026, I gotta watch them. I gotta make sure I don't do that, right? So refer to the things from 2025 in your preface because it's your new chapter. You got a whole new book. Y'all, you got a whole book to write. You got a whole new book here. Prophetess guy, you got a whole new book. So you gotta now, you know what? I remembered in 2025, it's kind of like you go to that restaurant and you ate from there and it kind of upset your stomach and you went homey and it was good. You're like, oh my God, that restaurant tore me up. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not gonna go there again. But then you go again and you're like, oh, I remember the last time I came here. Oh, I had a bad reaction. And it happens again. And you're like, oh, ah. So what are you gonna do in your new chapter? Preface. I remember I went to that restaurant 2 times in 2025 and it tore me up. I'm not gonna do it again. So make 2025, refer to 2025 in your preface. What I'm not going to do again. What I'm not going to do again. Oh, I remember I did that. I remember this is how I used to budget my money. I remember this is how I used to do this. It didn't turn out too right. So here, January, new chapter. Not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way instead. Oh, I remember I was slacking off and reading and praying, reading my word and praying. I didn't end up too good. My spiritual growth wasn't that great. The devil was beating me down. I wasn't able to conquer and overcome because I wasn't as spiritual as I needed to be. 2026. Okay, my preface. I remember from 2025. I didn't read as much. I didn't pray as much. 2026. I got to get on it. I got to be praying. I got to be reading. I got to get on it. I remember 2025. My attitude wasn't as great for the Daniel fast. But now I'm in 2026. I'm trying. I'm doing a little better. I think I'm doing a little better. I'm not as complaining as much as they, but I'm just trying to make it through the 21 days, right? I'm just trying to make it through 21 days. So again, let 2025 refer to 2025 in your 2026 because what? It's your preface. It's the things to help you to understand, it's a new chapter. It's a new year. You should have learned something to create this new chapter. That's it. In your new chapter, in the preface of 2026, you should have learned something to create this new chapter. No one would like to read a book where it's the same line through the entire book. You have 315 pages, and 315 pages, the same thing is written. I shoulda, I shoulda, I shoulda, I shoulda, I shoulda. That's a boring book. I don't want to read that book. That book, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. The preface tells you I shoulda. Chapter 1 all the way to the last chapter tells you I shoulda. That's a boring book. So here you are. Here you are in your new chapter. Create something new. Create something new. Create something new. I don't like New Year's resolution. I don't like New Year's resolution because I think it's like a not a cop out, but because resolution means to solve something or to resolve something, right? So New Year's resolution, what are you resolving? What are you resolving in New Year's? You should have resolved all of that stuff in 2025 because you come into the new year fresh, right? That's why it's called New Year, right? You don't come into the new year with the old things, right? You come into the new years with new things. So that's why I don't like New Year's resolution because that's for last year. That's like you should have resolved that. You should have resolved that December 31st, 2025. So that January 1st, 2026, new chapter. I'm not looking back. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not doing it again. So what? Create new things in this new chapter. Start again. Let your book look different. Get a new cover, right? Get a new cover. Let your preface look great. Don't go back to the same old preface from last year. New chapter. Get a new chapter. This is what's going on. So don't forget your preface, as I say, is the most important part of the book because it tells you about you. Your preface is the most important part of your book because it tells you about you. So what are you writing? What are you writing in this new chapter? On this January, what is today's date? January 6th. See, I was going to say the 4th. January 6th, 2026. What are you writing? How do you start your preface? What do you want us to know as we go forward in life? What do you want people to know about you? Pastor always says this thing, resolution is also broke. Is also broken. Well, and that's why I don't like resolutions, Prophet Sky, because sometimes when you make resolutions, you don't really fulfill them. They don't go far. right? Because look, what is the most popular time for the gym subscribers? January. Oh, I'm gonna start the gym. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. By March, what happened? Half of the people drop off because they make that resolution. Oh, I'm going to do it. But then life get in the way. Things happen. So here, this is why I don't like resolution again, because we say these things, we make these things, right? Which is good. It's a different from goals. Goals are different. Goals are different. These are things you want to achieve in your life and so on and so forth. But again, resolution means to resolve something. So why are you trying to resolve something now in January 1st? When you should have resolved it in 2025, December 2025, at least, and not bring it in. So we have to be careful again with those with the resolution. So don't forget, your preface is the most important part of your book. It tells you about you. What are you writing? What are you writing? Apostle always like to say how you start the year will be how you end the year, right? So if you start the year with your preface looking nice, like, you know what? These are the things I'm not going to do. These are the goals I have for my life. This is how it's going to be. This is what my life is going to be greater this year. I'm going to pursue this year. I'm going to push forward in this. These are the things that will happen for me. You're making declarations. These are the things that will happen for me this year. This is how my book is going to evolve, right? Because it's a new chapter. So make sure your preface looks good. Make sure you begin your year right. You still got time. You're in January 6th. You still got time. You still got time for that preface to start writing nicely, right? And the second thing is, after you understand the preface, the second thing is you may want to skip to the end. You may want to skip to the end, right? But don't do it. Don't do it. Don't skip to the end. Understanding new chapters. Don't skip to the end. Don't skip to the end, because the middle usually holds the important things to help you when you reach the end. So don't skip it. Don't skip it. It's like, it's like those people, like, we just hit January. Those people be like, oh, I can't wait to reach the November. Boom. Come on now. We just hit January. Can we just stay in the preface of January a little bit? Can we just enjoy it a little bit? Don't skip to the end. Don't skip to the end, because a lot will happen from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November till he hit December. A lot will happen. So don't try to skip to November. Don't try to skip to December. Take your time. Take your time. Don't jump the gun. As we say in Guyana, don't rush the brush. Take your time. Take your time. Don't skip. Don't skip the book. Don't skip the chapters. You wrote the preface. You're enjoying the preface. You're seeing what's going to happen. Now take your time and read chapter 1. Don't go to the end of the book. You ever try to? I remember when I was in school and we had to write those book reviews, and you're trying to yeah, you're right, Prophet Sky. It's called cheating, right? You're in school and you're reading the preface and you're like, oh, okay, try to the preface again. The preface is telling you what's gonna happen. You're excited. It's like, oh, this seems like it's gonna go be a good book. And they say, no, oh, I gotta write this book review. Let me jump to the end. She jumped to the end, but there's not much at the end, because the end is a conclusion. The end is it. So you miss the whole meat. What they tell you in writing, your introduction, your body's the meat. Your body's the meat of everything. So don't try to skip and say, you know what? Oh, I can't just wait until we get to October, until we get to September. Don't skip the chapters. Enjoy January. Enjoy January. This is your new chapter. Enjoy January. Right. Why? Because the middle is where the gist of the story is. The middle is where your gist of the story is. So enjoy your January. And when we get to February, smooth into February, right? When you get to March, bounce into March. Take your time and read the book and gather the information. Gather the information that you need to help you to get to the end of the year. Stop trying to think about what December will hold. No, we're in January. We're in January. Enjoy the preface. I'm gonna say that a lot. Enjoy the preface, because we're in January, so enjoy it. Go through the process of everything life will bring your way. Just go through it. Just go through the process. You end up missing the gist. Yeah, exactly. The juicy part of the story. You're watching a movie, and sometimes I do this. Like, I put on a movie and I'm like, oh, let me run downstairs or something, or I'm doing something, or something happened, and then I come back and the movie is halfway to the end, and I'm like, who is this person now? What happened? What's going on? So I have to rewind the entire movie. Why? Because I missed the whole middle. I missed the whole juice of it. I don't even know how Susie ended up getting kidnapped, and I don't even know how Bill found Sarah. I didn't even understand what happened because what? Because I missed the whole middle of it, the juice of it, right? So don't try to skip over. Embrace each new chapter, embrace each new month, because it's a new year. It's a new beginning. It's a new time, right? So don't try to skip over. Go through the process of everything life have to bring your way. In the middle, in the middle's where you will find some of the good, the bad, the not so good, everything that will come that you will have to deal with. Because here's what I always say. There's not going to be a year that you, we talk about seasons, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall. They're gonna have some seasons. You're gonna have some great times. Things are gonna be flowing wonderful. You're gonna say, "Oh Lord, can I sit in this season for a bit? Oh, I like this season." Then you're gonna have some seasons where you might have a little tough time. You may have to shed some tears. You may have to make some deep decisions. You may have to part ways with people. They're gonna All of this will happen in 2026, right? But again, you got to get that preface together. You got to get that preface together. I made up my mind that I'm going to make it through. I'm going to see from January to December. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to handle it. So what's going to happen from January to December? They're going to be things that's going to happen. The good, the bad, the indifference. But what you have to do, you have to go through it. Don't try to skip. Don't skip to the end. There's important things in the middle. There's going to be some important things in June that you're going to need to help you. There's going to be some important things in July that you're going to need. But you have to go through it. Why? What? Because it's a new chapter. It's 2026 of January. It's a new chapter. Remember, everything that happened this year will be your book for the end of 2026. Right? Everything that happened starting January now, 2026, will be your book for 2020 for when you reach to December 2026. I'm sure a lot of you can look back in 2025 and be like, man, I don't went through the heartache and pain. I made it. Sunshine and rain. I made it. Didn't you make it? You made it, right? You think back to 2025, boy, a lot happened in 2025. Oh, you wrote that book. You wrapped it up in 2026, December 2025, and you sent it to the publisher, and that's it. People bought it and we're done. So now it's time for the new book, for the new chapter. January 2026. So when you reach to December 2026, you say, wow, whoo, I'm glad I didn't skip. I made it through. I learned a lot. I have a whole new book to send to the publisher at the end of December 2026. Why? Because you won't skip. Don't skip to the end. And finally, the third thing is keep a track, right? So we dealt with the preface, right? Understanding the preface, that I said, one of the most important part of the book. Then we understand that we're not going to skip to the end. We don't want to spoil. We don't want spoilers. Don't spoil anything for me. If I'm sitting down and watching a movie with someone, let's backtrack a little bit, and I'm watching a movie with someone, and they're like, oh, I saw this movie before. Don't watch a movie with kids. Kids are horrible. If they saw something before, they'll be like, oh, watch when he open the door. Watch when he open the door. Something's going to jump at him. Watch, open the door. Boom, I told you something's going to jump at him. Why you tell me something's going to jump at him? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So we don't need spoilers. You don't want spoilers. You don't want to go to the end. You want to take your time. You want to take your time and go through it, right? So now keep a track, right? Follow the chapters. Each month will be something different. Keep a track. Follow the chapters. Each month will be something different. Again, just like how seasons change, we go through. We're now in winter, right? Then we're going to go through spring. Then we're going to go through summer and fall again. Just like how the seasons change, each month things are going to change. You're going to have a new chapter. You're going to have something different to write. Again, don't have the same story for the entire year, unless your story is Jesus saves or Jesus Lord or I still love the Lord, because those things don't change. But I'm talking about things in your life. Don't let it be the same thing. Things should be changing, right? Figure out each month what you learn. As you keep a track, observe each month, soak it in, and figure out each month what you learn. There should be something learning, something new, something different. Something should be happening, right? The only way things should be happening is if you're laying in a coma and you're like, oh, and then you wake up in December of 2026 and be like, oh, I'd have missed the whole year. No, but something should be happening. Things should be changing, right? Whether these things should be about yourself or those in your circles, things should be happening. Keep a track of it. Keep a track because remember, 2025, you remember some things you wouldn't do, you're not gonna do, you learn from it. You're like, I'm not doing it in 2026. Keep a track of it in 2026. This is January 6th, right? Is it 6th, right? This is January 6th. So we're holding on to the things that we learned thus far since January 1st. So keep a track. Keep a track of it. How you've changed, how your circle have changed, how things have changed in your life, how I still have 3 gray hairs. I'm gonna see by next month if I'm gonna have 4, right? So keep a track. The kids are not around that much, so I may not have until they come back. I'm always like, you see this one here, this have your name. This gray here is your name on it, right? So keep a track, right? Change should be happening. Your entire book shouldn't stay about the caterpillar. It shouldn't. Your entire book, starting from January, shouldn't stay about a caterpillar. And then the caterpillar moved, chapter 1. And then the caterpillar moved, chapter 2. And then the caterpillar moved, Prophet Cherise, chapter 3. This caterpillar moving, taking forever to get to where he want to go. Then we reach to December, and the caterpillar still moving. Oh my gosh. Are we for real? This book is something else, right? So we should keep. I mean, if the caterpillar keep moving in all these, by the time we reach in July, I'd be like, listen, I'm done with this book because this is ridiculous. If this caterpillar just they're moving, where he going, right? So change should be happening. Your entire book shouldn't be about a caterpillar. You should be evolving to a butterfly by the time you get to at least July. At least by the time you reach July, there should be a caterpillar happening in this book. I should not still be reading. There should be a butterfly happening in this book in July. I should not still be reading about this caterpillar while we're in July, right? Things should be happening because this is your new chapter. This is your new chapter. Each month is a chapter. This is your book, right? This is your book. You're writing the story. Think it around. Change it around. Don't let it be the same thing. Change it around. Growth should be happening. Evolving should be happening. You should be somebody different. You should be thinking differently. Your speech should be different. Things should just be moving, right? So again, by the July, you should move in. You should be a butterfly now. Caterpillar days are over. Okay? So let's evolve. Let's move, right? So the Lord, as we're closing now, the Lord promised to make things new. He did. He promised to make things new. So your new chapter is your new thing. Remember that. The Lord promised to make things new. So your new chapter is your new thing. Say one more time. One more time for you, Prophet Cherise. The Lord promised to make things new. So your new chapter is your new thing. And this is your new chapter. This is your new chapter. January is your new chapter. The people you should have left behind, leave them. The things you should have left behind, leave it. That way you're thinking, leave it. Your new chapter. Start again. Begin again. Because the Lord made things new and this is your new beginning. Right? And look at this. Look at Isaiah 43:19. This is God's Word translation. I like this one. This is what it says. It says, I am going to do something new. Isn't that nice? I'm going to do something new. It is already happening. January 6th. Your news already happening. Again, I started and I said, you should have soaked in January 1st. Should have soaked it in because this is your new chapter. This is a new beginning. And the Lord said here, I am going to do something new. It's already happening. We're in January 6th. Your news already happening. Did you observe it? Are you seeing it? Are you breaking forth in it? All right, let's continue. Do you recognize it? Even the Lord is asking you this question that I'm asking. Do you recognize it? It's already happening. Because we're in January 6th. Your chapter is already being written. Your preface is already here. Do you recognize it? Let's continue. I will clear a way in the desert. I will make rivers on dry land. This is your new. God is giving us a new chapter, a new month, a new day, a new year. Work with it. This is your new chapter. This is your new beginning, right? Do you recognize it? Things are happening. Things are changing. We're not even going to talk about what's going on in the world system. Oh, there's a lot happening. There's a lot changes going on over there. Mother P just came to me. She was like, she asked my brother to pick up her medication. She said, you know, he got pay copay now for me medication. I said, well, my Lord. I said, that's something else. Yeah. I said, because you know what? I said, this is 2026. New things are happening. We just gotta be aware of the new things, right? And just to make reference, Mother P never pays a copay for her medications, right? Because she's 83 years old, she's an old lady, right? So she don't pay copay for her stuff. So this is new. She was shocked at this. I said, yeah, 2026. New things are happening. This is your new chapter, Mother P. This is your new this is your new preface. New things are happening. Now you gotta pay copay, right? So there's always something new that's going to happen in your life. So you just have to be aware because God said what? It's already happening. Be aware. It's already happening. Do you recognize it? Do you recognize the changes? Do you recognize that this chapter here is soon going to be finished? We're going to, as we like to say, you blink your eye already in February, right? So we just have to, again, soak it in, observe it. So this is your new chapter. Remember, learn from the preface. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Learn from the preface. Don't skip the pages, right? Don't do it. Don't skip the pages. Keep a track. But most importantly, enjoy your book. Enjoy your book because you're the one that's reading it. This is you. So enjoy your book. It's your new chapter, right? So let's go with it together, right? So that's all I have for you today. We thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. So enjoy your new chapter, right? Live your life. Live your life. Live it to fear the Lord. Live it to serve the Lord because it's happening. Something new is happening. New things are evolving. Don't let it shock you. Don't let things shock you in this new 2026. In your new season, in your new chapter. Don't let it shock you. Don't be like, oh my gosh. We should be like, wow, okay. I didn't see that coming, but I get it. 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 And this is I'm gonna say this and we're gonna leave. This is how I in it's a bad habit of mine. For every new year, I'm not like, Lord, what good is gonna happen this year? Lord, I know I can't go through life without some kind of woes. What woes are gonna happen this year? Because I prepare myself. I prepare myself because you're not always gonna have good news. You're not gonna have good news for this 365 days a year. You're not gonna have everything's not gonna be good news. So you have to prepare yourself because this is your new chapter. Enjoy your book. So when the negative comes or when the bad news come, okay, you know what? Okay, I knew something was gonna happen, but you know what? I gotta prepare myself. I prepared myself. I prepared myself for something, right? So again, I said it again, then we're done. Learn from the preface. Don't skip chapters. Keep a track and enjoy your book, right? I love you all. I appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, love, and share. And visit www.hellomarcelsampson.com. Read the blog. I think the new blog is up there. It's coming up. It's going to be up there. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's processing. It's processing. New blog is rendering, right? So it's going to be up there. Check back sometime today, tonight. I'm going to also post it. It's going to be posted on Vessel of Hope. It's going to be President Vessel of Hope Facebook, Vessel of Hope YouTube when it finally published. So go ahead. That's my new chapter, right? That's my new chapter. It talks about the experience, expectations. That's what we talk about. Expectations in that blog. It's gonna bless your soul. So thank you all. Love you all so much. Let me pray for you. Lord, I thank you for your people. Thank you for the Best of Hope stir. Thank you for this new chapter that we can do it together. We're going to run this race together. We're going to go through each page together. We're in this together because this is our new book that we're going to read together. We're going to write together. We're going to deal with it together. I pray that you continue to give your people the wisdom to go through, to understand, to live this chapter, to live this new endeavor that you have placed upon them. Lord, I thank you that you will continue to keep them. As always, I pray that you continue to bless them and meet their needs. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you all. I appreciate you. I will see you all here next week. God bless you. Mwah. Bye now.